Welcome to Monday Makers. Hello, it's so nice to be with you today. My name is Rebecca Redican. You can call me Becky, and what a day it is. We have had a wonderful day thus far. We really truly have. It is Bank Holiday Monday here, Spring Bank Holiday here in the UK. In the US, of course, it is Memorial Day. And if you have just tuned in, maybe you didn't catch our wonderful wake-up call this morning, but the incredible Craig did a scrapbook page to do with his wonderful grandparents, which is definitely worth a watch if you are planning on celebrating some wonderful people's lives. It is your final day today of Spend and Save. If you've not done it yet, let me tell you what the situation is. If you spend £30, 30, I was going to say 30 emails then. No, 30 euros or $30. You will save £5, €5 or $5. It is as simple as that, but it ends today. So if you haven't treated yourself yet, this is the show for you. We have got a very special guest joining us today as well via technology. It's wonderful. Jenny is going to be chatting to us all the way from America, and we're going to be having a good old nosy at the things that she's been crafting, which is always lovely. I will also let you know that loads more of you have sent in your pictures of your finished products from our craft along this afternoon, including Dieta. We got your card through, so we will be showing that in the show as well. It is going to be a fun-filled show, and we've got loads of fabulous demonstrations. It's my absolute pleasure this evening to be joined by our craft expert, who, if he was in a shop, it would be a bakery. It's Craig Bagel!
That's me. That's what my water bottle says now. Oh boy, what a fab day it's been today. Do you know what? Maybe Bank Holiday weekend, Memorial Day weekend, but I've had such a blast here with yourself all day, Rebecca.
Yes.
It's Monday on Crafters TV, so we're going to go out with a bang, and we're going to go out with our show that you know. Well, it's not only my favourite one of a Monday, but you know, it's one of the good ones.
Yeah.
Monday Makers.
Yeah.
So let's have a look and see some of the things that you could be making, and we are going to be focusing on. Now, we have used the Church Scene Big Create a Card for this one here. Yeah. So we are going to do a demo with that one. But then what about using them into your concept cards? So if you like to do all your stepper cards and that with your Ultimate Pro, your Scoremaster, anything like that, you can be using the Create a Cards. But then what we've also got, we gave you a little bit of a tease on Wake Up Call, and today we're going to be doing a demo, at least on one of them. This is our super fun pop-out dies. So these make the inside of your cards just as lovely and just as fun as the outside. So we've got a selection of them, but then we've also got little gift boxes, little trinket boxes that we can see here, very dimensional, or you might want to use the faceted one and make it into a spooky
That's so cute.
Halloween box. Lots of different things that you can be doing with these ones. So whether it's card making, oh, and even when it comes to box making, we've got our double-sided boxes on as well. Fab. You could be doing lots of things. So if you love the thought of boxes and gift boxes, maybe you find it a little bit more difficult or complicated, you've never seen our double-sided box dies before, you're going to be in for an absolute treat. We've got a lot of things and a lot of areas of craft catered for to you on Monday Makers.
We absolutely do, and loads of inspiration is on its way, not only with lovely Craig, but also with Jenny. We have got all of those treats and more coming up, and if you would like to get your pop-up sentiments, you're in the right place, because I'm going to bring them to you now. So we have got the wonderful dies, and these dies are a bit different. So just in case you are brand new, because I'm very aware that, you know, you at home who've been watching for years, you may well have decided to be a good friend and tell your friends, you know, that it is a day off today, so why don't you watch this? If you are brand new, these dies are a metal element that will run through a die cutting machine. We've got loads of them on our website at the moment if you want to have a little look. And with this one, the cool thing is you're getting the large section here, which helps you create the stepper. And what you'll notice when you get these home, you might be able to see it already, is you have some lines that are very bold and you have some lines that are a little bit more delicate. Can you see that? Those lines there help you create scores, and the bolder lines cut out. So that means that with this, once you cut it out, a bit of folding, and ta-da! You get eye-catching, head-turning, unsuspecting pop-out cards. And that for me is my most favourite type of pop-up card, because what I do love about these ones, and again, it's kind of to do with the quality of them. I know this is a minor thing, but if you imagine that in an envelope, okay, it goes so flat, this pop-up card, that you won't expect that ta-da, which I think makes it really special. And you know, I myself, if we haven't met before, hiya, I'm a crafter as well. I've been crafting since I was young. I have a crafting business, and for me, I know that when I make something, I want to almost sense how the person that I give that piece to will feel when they open it. Can you imagine someone opening this at home? Wouldn't that just put a smile on their face? And that's what these make me think of. I just think of the people who are going to be crafting with these and how much of a smile these are going to bring. So you've got all of the ones I've shown you, and last but not least, many thanks. So we have got all of those in this collection. It's your pop-out sentiments. I'll just run through those ones again. Pop-out sentiments, just to let you know, if you're brand new, it's your first day of ordering, you have got a 20% discount today. Oh yeah, not joking. And that means that you will get this for £41.57 or $47.84, and that is also if you are platinum. Don't forget, if you've not used it yet, spend over 30, you can save yourself a fiver. So treat yourself to those whilst you can. And speaking of a treat, I'm really looking forward to saying hello to the hair, Jenny, the hair. It's Jenny! Hello, Jenny!
Hello.
Your hair is incredible.
Thank you.
Oh, so glamorous. I love the colour. It's just wonderful. Jenny, where are you speaking to us from?
I'm in Ohio.
Oh, wow. Anyone in the team been to Ohio?
No.
No, no one. Jenny, what do you love about Ohio?
Well, it's the Buckeye State. So we are big, huge fans of the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Oh.
So that's probably one of the biggest things. But we just love to be able to have all four seasons. When spring and summer come back around, it's a treat.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, isn't it? Be able to appreciate that. Jenny, how long have you been crafting for?
Oh my. I mean, I was thinking about that, and honestly, I don't remember ever having a time where we weren't doing something creative with my mom and my dad. My mom sewed, and so if I wanted to do something fabric-wise, I would, sit with her and she would show me things. We always did paper crafts. My dad was a carpenter, so he made things with his hands all the time for our home. We did all kinds of things as a family, even family Christmases. One year we made, everything had to be homemade for whoever your exchange was with.
Oh, that's lovely.
And so, yeah,
so
we've always been crafty.
It's in your family, it's in your DNA. Are there people in your family, younger generations, that you have taught to craft?
Well, I'm working on that with my grandkids right now.
Oh.
I have 6 grandchildren, and they love to sit with me and make cards or just, create with, we even made slime one day because all the moms don't want to touch that, but grandma will.
Yes, yeah. Oh, that's so wonderful. That really is. It's a great thing about creativity, isn't it? Jenny, we are going to be coming back to you and have a little nosy at some of the things you're crafting with you really, really soon, okay? For now, though, I can see that Craig is stretching his muscles. He's getting ready for a demonstration. And we're starting with the pop-outs, aren't we, Craig?
We are indeed. Did anyone else spot something huge behind Jenny?
The Pro.
The Pro.
Yeah.
The Pro was there. I'll get to tell us a wee bit more about the Pro later on, but I noticed it as well in the background as well. But yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at these pop-out sentiments. Now, we touched upon them earlier on Wake Up Call. Wake Up Call was that jam-packed that all I could get to is show you some ideas other than actually making a card. So I was actually gutted. It was between that or the scrapbook page this morning. So the scrapbook page, of course, that won. So what we've done is we've left you hanging on, and I thought the first one, this was actually going to be our second demo, but I was like, Georgina, we've got to do it. I absolutely love it. Anyway, we've got to it. We've managed to get them first.
Fab.
So what we're going to do is I've taken a piece of our white smooth cardstock, our white smooth. For some reason, every time I've got red card, I say white.
Isn't that odd?
It's odd. I know it's red. I can see that it's red.
Yeah.
So I've got red cardstock.
Do you do the same with white card? Call it red card?
No, I don't actually.
Right.
I call white and red
White.
When white's white, but red's red.
Anyway.
I know. 5.5 inches by 8 inches. And then what I've done at the halfway point, I've done a little score mark. Either a score mark or a pencil mark. And then what we're going to do, I'm using the With Love die. And within the With Love die, all of them, you'll find there's 2 little notches at each side. They actually remind me of little chicks' beaks, where my thumb is, right here. It looks really, really small, so there's 2 of them, 1 at each side. Thank you, George. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line them ones up against the score lines. It's key at this point that you don't do a score line all the way across, because what will happen is you will, by their end result, you will be ended up with a score line all the way across, and that's not what you want. So therefore, make sure you've got a little score line or pencil line at each edge, and that will be enough for you to line up, and then it means that we can come along and show you how it's important not to do the score line. So it's a wafer thin die, so it's exactly the same plate configuration as all of our other wafer thin dies. Base cutting plate, the die in the cardstock, plastic shim magnetic, and then top plate.
Okay.
This is going to cut out all the way around. So if I can take this one out, so peel this off. So carefully peeling off that, and actually that's taken all the bits out.
Great.
Now some of these bits here, like the love hearts and that, you'd be able to use elsewhere. You know, keep a hold of them, and you'll be golden when it comes to using them, but
Lovely.
I don't actually need them just now, so I'm going to put them out of the way. I am going to very quickly pop these bits out, because once we've done this one, Becky, we're going to run it through again in a different way.
Okay.
And show you something else that you can do with them.
Perfect.
Now, this is the die, the card, the project that you want to take a little bit of time.
Okay.
Don't rush it, don't stress about it, take your time. It's crafting, so enjoy it. So what I'm doing, where those score lines were, even if it's a pencil mark, I'm drawing, or I'm doing a score line at the halfway point again, from the end, just up until that first die cut line. Going to do the same down here from the edge of our card up to that first score line. If you had a score line all the way through to start with, you're going to be ending up with that score line that you're going to see. You don't want that.
Yeah.
So that's why you don't want to do the score lines beforehand, and it means you're not going to see them other than the 2 at the edges. So at this point, what we can then do is I like to come along and I fold these 2 ends to start with. So that is folding in and then folding in. And there is, it's always hard to see on colour cardstock with this die range, but you have got all the score lines that you need for it to fold into place. So get yourself and your arms and your hands comfy and relax, and all that you're doing is mountain and valley folds. So some of them you're going to pop up, some of them you're going to pop back. So you've got that one here, so the L, the O, the V, the E, that's going to come forward. But then the top of the L, the O, the V, and the E is going to go backwards. So we're going to manipulate that.
Easy for you to say.
It's got my
There's a
bit of the Aussie twang coming out there, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the Barbie. I'm not shrimp. Shrimp on the Barbie. Shrimp. Shrimp. In my amazing # non-amazing accent. I can't do accents, Becky.
You're quite good at Scottish, I've noticed.
Oh, am I good? Going to no do that. Just going to no do that. But you see, if I try and be Scottish, I overly try to be Scottish.
Right, okay.
Like, instead of just saying, there's been a murder, in my normal way, I try and say it in a Scottish way. There's been a murder.
Oh, right, yes, you go hard, core.
When I don't need to be. Yeah, it was from Taggart, Georgina, There's
what about, there's a moose loose about this hoose?
There's a moose loose about the hoose.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds nice, that. Sounds lovely in your voice.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. Loads of you message in. Andrea is saying, I love these dies. I have used the happy birthday and the pop-out numbers on a couple of my cards. So different, and no one expects the surprise element when they open it. I completely agree with you on that, because I have done pop-up cards before without die cutters that are this precise, and they always end up bulky, and to be honest, the people opening it kind of know that it's going to be a pop-up, but I think these are really hard to tell.
They're really hard to tell, because you just don't expect it whatsoever.
Because they're so precise, aren't they?
They're so precise, and by taking that time just to fold and mountain fold, valley fold, taking that bit of time, you can see from the side view how it's coming together. So I've got each one that I want. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold over my layer so it matches up edge to edge. And then at this point, just carefully and slowly, I'm going to press down each of these layers. I'm going to come back and do some burnishing with the tool, making sure all these parts are nice and flat. Press that in, and then once I'm happy with that, I know that I've now got my main pop-out mechanism all good to go.
Great.
Works out like that. But what we're going to do before we actually stick this into the middle of our card, what we're going to do is, I have got some Centura white pearl, and already at the back I've got some of our double-sided adhesive sheet on the back. Do you know something? I've gone a couple of weeks and I've probably not used our double-sided adhesive sheets a lot, and then within today alone I've gone through quite a number of demos where I've used them.
Yeah, so you used it in your craft along as well.
I used it in the craft along, I used it in Wake Up Call. We've done in craft along, in Wake Up Call we've done the Gilding Flakes.
Oh yes, cool.
We've done that. Then in craft along, we used them in the craft along, and then we done a demo with them using the Gilding Flakes.
Yeah.
And then we have got on the shop the big creator card scenes, and due to the unbelievable request, demand, enjoyment of seeing how the Gilding Flakes were worked both on Wake Up Call and on
Craft Along,
where I used them with the aperture dies, and I've said you could easily enough use them with the big scene dies. You guys on social media say, oh, I would love to see that. So what I've done is I ditched one of my demos and I've redone another one in between shows, and what we're going to do is actually use taking one of the creator card scene dies, changed the demo, and we're going to do one using the Gilding Flakes.
Oh, he's a good egg. That's exciting. By the way, actually, whilst you're just poking them out, speaking of making, let me remind you that today, if you like being inspired, tonight we are going to do the vote for demo of the show, demo of the day, demo of the week, and demo of the month. So if you do love voting for those, we're going to start them at about 8:20-ish, just to let you know.
And I've never been here on like the last day of the month, so all this demo of the, demo of the, demo of the, I was getting confused.
It's all on tonight.
Now what I'm doing is I've die cut this into our layer here. It doesn't need to be any specific size, as long as it's big enough to hold the word in. Now along the score lines of each of the words, what I'm doing is I'm going to chop them out. So I'm going to cut them out so that we've got the individual letters, so we can work our way along. Now I have already done these and I've got them all good to go, but I want to show you how simple it is to do this. So we're simply working our way along, and then even when it comes to the L that's got the top and the bottom, that pops out.
Gorgeous.
And then you'd carry on doing the other ones. And also, remembering during the past couple of shows today, I've said not to bin the background sheets of your double-sided adhesive sheet.
Yes.
Because foam pads, but then also anything that's sticky adhesive, what you can then do is use it as a little base to hold all your layers on till you're needing to go. So although you may initially think they're waste, they're not. Keep a hold of them.
Great.
Because then you can start to use them for things like this. So all that I'm going to do just now, Becky, before I assemble this card, I'm going to layer these on top of each other. So instead of having all red, it's going to be all red, and we're going to have a gorgeous pearlescent white sentiment.
And that really does just add another dimension. It actually makes the words stand out a bit more, doesn't it?
It really, really does.
Loads of you, again, messaging in. Dieta is saying, yay, they got my picture. We certainly did. We'll be showing that in a little bit. I'm excited to have a nosy. Mary Pat is saying, love the scrapbook page that you made for your grandparents, Craig. The picture is a true treasure. To be surrounded with your talent.
Oh, bless you.
Lovely that, isn't it? Aisha's in with us again saying hello again, ready to learn from Craig and Becky. Hi again, how are you? Lovely to see you. Sam B on Facebook is saying hello to our virtual guest, lovely Jenny, saying hello from fellow Ohioan. Another person from Ohio. How lovely.
Fab.
That's great. And Dieta is also saying that she has the pop-out sentiments. They make really nice cards and they're very impressive when you open the card. That's a good word for it. They are impressive, aren't they?
That's right. Yeah, that's a really good word to describe them. Impressive. And it goes back on what you're saying is, when it comes to the pop-out dies, Becky, what I would tend to do, the front of the card, is keep it very, very simplistic.
Yeah.
Because what you kind of want, this might sound a bit strange, you're wanting them to look at the front of your card and go, that's really nice, it's handmade. And you want to give them that excitement of when they open it, they go, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because if you're making cards for your friends and family, you always expect them to have that wow factor.
Yeah.
And that's what you want. But on this occasion, you actually want the wow factor to be on the inside.
So almost like you're lulling them into a false sense of security.
Yeah.
Like, the outside's nice, but whoa, the inside's ace.
You kind of want them to be like, gosh, the cards you've done for me in the past are better. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You're wanting them to have that thought, and then you open it up and they're like, oh my gosh, I did not expect that. That's the kind of feel that you're wanting to go for. So what we can do to assemble this now is I've taken my 6x6 cardstock and I've taken some of our pattern paper to mat and layer into the middle. Ooh. And this is the blocks that you had on earlier on, Becky.
Yeah, we had them on before. They're the 8x8 ones, those are they?
That's right.
Yeah. Great.
That's them ones. So good just to have within your stash.
Was that from special occasions?
Yes. All occasions,
sorry.
All occasions.
Fab.
And the reason they're good as well is because, and I'm like this, you've got a 12x12 scrapbook page and you know you need to cut into them to make your card and projects, but sometimes it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Whereas it's more, I'm going to say it's more bearable to do it into an 8x8.
Yes.
You know, you don't feel as guilty.
Agreed.
And we're all like that, all of us here, we're exactly the same. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to cut into them, but we do have to do it.
Yeah, of course.
But if you can't, then at least 8x8 are simply more bearable. So now that we've got the inside of our card decorated, and by the time that goes in, you see your pattern paper behind, but then your white makes that sentiment stand out.
Yes.
That would look lovely without the white sentiments. It's just going to blend into the front. And, you know, yes, it would look nice, but you just want that wow factor, that pow factor.
Yeah.
So therefore, what we're going to do now is making sure we don't put any adhesive onto the sentiment. We're going to go along, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the edge. Now what I find, and this is something I've learned recently, that to enable the center part of your card and the workings, for that not to stick too much or jar, I don't put any adhesive around these bits here. I keep the adhesive to the outside edge. And then I'm going to fold this back on itself. And then what we're going to do is the two edges, I'm going to come up I'm not going right to the fold line, Becky. I must be going maybe only 1 millimetre, maybe 2 away from the fold line.
Okay.
And then I'm going to press that into place. I'm going to rub to let that stick. And then what we can do is we can push all of that in and doing the same again, work our way around. So then once we have given the card, so if we go from up into the front, which will show you how to decorate just in a second, but once you go to open it up, pow,
Woo!
You've got with love.
That's brilliant.
So that's the inside down. So therefore, to keep it very, very simple, some more pattern paper from that same card block, and the core colour that I've used to mat and layer, I have used the same card block that comes in conjunction with that pattern paper.
Lovely.
And we're going to press that one on. A little border here from the same pattern paper pad. We're going to add our border into the middle here. I'm going to go into the centre. Then I'm going to add this bow. What I'm going to do within this one here is I'm going to pop it about there. And then what I'm going to do is my hot glue gun's on. So I'm going to take this paper flower that I've already got. I'm going to take this stem off. You could, if you wanted to, do some of your flower forming if you want to.
Oh, nice.
It's up to yourself. And then I'm going to pop that right onto the top.
Oh.
And then really, just to finish it off, we're going to bring this sentiment, may good cheer and comfort surround you. And this is from Sarah's signature Care and Thoughts collection. This one I'm going to pop into here. I'm going to pop it at a straight angle. And then there we go.
Oh, fab.
Lovely card. Really nice on the front, but not overstated. And then you've got the wow factor
Ta-da!
when you open it up here.
Oh, I just love it. That is fantastic. Thank you so much for that. Don't forget, that could be your demo of the show. So do have a little think. We have got so much more on the way for you. Just want to give you a brief reminder of the treats that we are showing you. These are your pop-out sentiments, and you have got plenty of them in here. You can get your hands on happy birthday and best wishes. These are just a couple of them, remembering that if you are platinum member or you're brand new, you are going to be getting the 20% off today. If you did so, it would be about £41.57 or $47.84 only, which is kind of incredible, isn't it? So these are all of the ones that you can get your hands on right here, right now, should you so wish. So these are the ones you want. And let me remind you that we have got some more demonstrations coming up for you with the wonderful Craig in a short time. Speaking of crafting and inspiration, we have got a wonderful Jenny in with us from Ohio at the moment, which is joining us virtually. Hi Jenny, how are you?
Hello, I'm great.
Perfect. What have you got there in your hand, Jenny? Oh.
This is with the letters from the heart paper and some elements from that, and then also some vintage diary. But I decided to do it to get this to pop out.
Wow! Oh my goodness! Look at that! Oh my gosh, that is such a surprise.
I did not expect that.
No, me neither.
Do you know something? That would be, I know we've already done a craft along with the pop-out sentiments, but that would be a cracking craft along at some point down the line. If they ever look to revisit that, that would be good.
Amazing. Jenny, do you have anyone in mind that's going to go to, or do you?
Actually, not yet, but I figure I'm ready for whenever I need a real special birthday card. I figured I'd be safe making a birthday card.
Yeah, that's perfect. Oh, I absolutely adore that. What else have you got there, Jenny?
Okay, this one, I normally don't make really big cards.
Oh, wow.
But I decided that I would try. Okay, let me get this in the right. There we go.
That's beautiful.
And it's using the garden party paper, and then of course the sunflower. I guess it's the delicate creative cards.
Yes.
And then the inside I don't have done yet, but I used a lot of paper.
Wow.
Just to showcase the papers. So I figure I'll save that for when I need a special card that really makes a statement.
I love that. I really like the different textures you've got in it.
Thank you.
That's beautiful. Oh, wow. Yeah, that would be a special card. That's a really lovely one. What else have you got there for us, Jenny?
I was going to ask you if you wanted to see something else.
Yeah, you know me, can't help myself. Oh, wow, that's fab.
With the connecting sentiments, this is just a different, wrong side, different shaped card.
Yeah.
That just folds up like that, and so it will open like this.
That looks so beautiful.
But then to close it, to make it kind of like a bow front, I just tuck this behind my element on the front. And then it sits as
a dome. That's really clever. I love that.
And I have to say, this is one of my favorite paper pads. It's the Full Bloom. I just love the colors in this collection, and so I try to use it whenever I can.
Well, I can tell that you're a purple person like myself, so I don't know what made me think of that.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so this is the storybook die that is, of course, very popular. But I used the vintage diary on it and did the page edge from the Letters from the Heart so that I could get that look, so it wasn't just the straight edge.
Jenny, when you're purchasing things from Crafters TV, do you think about what you already have and tie it in together? Or I
absolutely do.
Do you?
I do. I love to be able to like pull a collection out and just make something with only those elements. But I find it really challenging and fun to take 2 collections or more and put them together. Like I think Vintage Diary and Letters from the Heart go together like beautifully. But I would have not thought to put my Pop Out Happy Birthday in something that used both of those other collections. But it just kind of came to me that it would be a really cool way to make the inside, you know, a statement.
Yeah, it really is, because I didn't expect that at all.
No, and just like you said, Jenny, even I wouldn't have thought to put the pop-out sentiment into what you've just done there from Letter from the Heart. Never would have thought of that, but it worked so well. And that one with your friend's one, you didn't see me a minute ago. I actually took a photo of the screen because I'm pinching your idea for something upcoming. Genius.
Awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely genius.
They really are just fantastic. Jenny, thank you for showing us those.
You're welcome.
We're going to catch up with you a little bit later on, Jenny. For now, as Jenny has inspired us, let's get inspired by another member of our family, and this is in from Dieta. She sent this in to us earlier on, and this is a card, a 53rd birthday card that she's created for her daughter. Oh, wow. I love the outside of it. That looks really beautiful. But the inside, wow, star card.
We have had so many pictures today where I've never not been expected to see what's way to come next.
Agreed. So that is with the dies that we did earlier on, the abstract hearts.
Abstract.
Oh my goodness, and happy birthday. Dieta, they are stunning. They're just wonderful. Oh my gosh, I bet she absolutely adored those, and happy birthday to her. Rita's also sent in one from her craft along from earlier on. Oh, that looks very professional.
Really nice, and include I can see what's coming up next. So Rita has followed and gone along with exactly what I've done, which is what craft along is all about, should you wish to do that. Absolutely love that, Rita. Love it so much.
They are stunning. They really are. We've had loads of people messaging in saying hello to Jenny, including Susie T, who was on before, saying, wow, Jenny, fabulous makes. I love it. Super talented. And I think that's lovely that we all share our creation. So thank you for that. We are over here now because we've got something that a lot of you have been talking about on socials. This is our favourite box collection. And this collection creates, as you may well have guessed, very wonderful favour boxes. When you think about favours, you may well think about weddings, of course, but the lovely thing with these is that you can also use them in many different ways, little bonbon boxes, for example. So this is your favour box collection. 35 elements within this, including decoration. Have you seen that price discount? Nearly £25 or $28 off. That is a 40% saving. And if you want to nudge it a little bit closer and a little bit lower and you haven't used the spend and save, you're going to take an extra £5 off the price of that, or $5. So it really is a bargain for you to grab your hands on today. The favour boxes are really popular, aren't they, Craig?
They are. They are so popular in so many ways, because you don't just have to think about favour boxes. This is what we're away to make right now. We're going to go for this one using the bonbon box. However, if you are having parties, which, you know, we're beginning to be allowed to have more gatherings of that, think of them as weight balloons, you know, maybe little treat boxes, little, of course, favour boxes for weddings or parties, but it could be little, you put something heavy in them, they could be decorative, like door stop, window stops, all these different things that you can be using, not necessarily just for gift boxes in themselves.
Oh, sorry, I got very excited then. But yeah, the bottom of balloons.
The balloons, yeah, helium balloons.
What are they called? Are they just balloon weights, maybe?
Balloon weights.
But that's a great idea.
But yeah, they could be down to hold the balloons and that as well. So yeah, so don't always just think of them as way to give little treats or that with them. Now, the one bit I am going to skip because it's die cutting, which I know probably all of you, forgive me if there's maybe one or two, all of you have seen die cutting. If you've not, you've seen it in the last demo and we'll do it the rest of the show. I've taken the bonbon box. Now you need at least your A4 die cutting machine for this one. So I'm going to die cut them twice. You get the score lines and that already within them. So that means that one pass through the Gemini, same plate configuration as all your other dies. We're going to be left with these ones. Now what I like to do, just to enhance these score lines, I like to bring in either your little scoring tool or even the scoring tool on the end of your quilling tool, because it's really fine, or a ballpoint pen that is out of ink. And then I like to go around, more specifically these curved ones, and I do it quite slowly, and I give that a little bit extra pressure. I do it onto my stamping mat, so we've got that little comfort underneath, and what that's doing is enhancing the score lines, because anything that's a score line and on a curve, it can be sometimes a little bit temperamental to fold into shape.
Yes.
Although these ones tend to be not bad, but it can be a little bit temperamental, so this just helps. I'm not worrying about the straight ones, it's more the curvature that I'm wanting to score at, and we're finishing them ones off, doing it lightly a couple of times, and then this is then going to be enabling us to get a real nice crisp clean fold when it comes to these ones here, like that. Work our way down, and then last but not least we're going to do this one, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold and burnish all these lines, Becky.
Okay, great stuff. Whilst you're doing that, we've had loads of people messaging in, talking about all of these wonderful elements. Lots of love coming in for you as well, Jenny. We have got Alan saying, beautiful cards you've made, Jenny. Joanne is saying, this is an awesome card, Jenny. Mary Kay saying, those cards are absolutely beautiful, Jenny. There's just so much love coming through for Jenny's mates, and I'm not surprised at all. We have had a question in which I'll ask Jenny in a little bit from you, Eva, so do remind me of that and I'll do that. Beverly's had an idea for the favour boxes as well, and saying they would be great for baby showers.
Baby showers, yeah.
That's a lovely idea. What would you pop in them for a baby shower? Sweeties,
yeah,
maybe?
Little booties, or yeah,
cute.
Because you could obviously, babies, you know, if you go for the gender, then, you know, pink for the girls, blue for the boys. Of course, you could, if you're unknown of the sex, then you know, you could go yellows or creams.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to.
Oh, I've also, I think they'd be quite cute if you do like little treasure hunts.
Yes.
You know, you could actually put like little clues on the outside of them for where the next one is, and then inside maybe little treats, or the other way around. So
that's right, yeah.
I had a lovely message in from Lee, and it says, Becky, you look fabulous as always, thanks. But this is my favourite bit. Craig, ... You are looking quite, capital letters, hot in that shirt. Amazing colour, thumbs up.
Well, thank you. Nice of you to say. Give me a little buzz for a Monday evening.
I was going to say, he looks a bit warmer now, I'll be honest.
Why, thank you. Oh dear.
He doesn't know what to say now, and neither do I.
Not used to or good with comments like that.
Yeah, no, me either, which is why I sort of brush over the first bit and then, you know, focus on yours. Deborah has said, I have made 160, let's just remember that, 160 favour boxes a year ago for my son's wedding. Wish I had had this collection back then.
Oh, that
so you made them without these.
I'm just going to quickly interrupt you, Becky, and I'm going to be very unprofessional and shout over my camera here and say, Tracy, can I get your help a minute?
Please.
Thank you, lovely. See the die set that I've got, the bonbon? I don't actually have the die set here. I need the die set to create my panels. Please, may I...
Would you like to nick mine?
Get a set? Is Becky's set open?
Mine's open.
Is yours open?
Yeah.
Fab. We will do that then. I'll just do it. Just do it. Go, go, go. Don't worry. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. It's okay. Thank you very much, Tracy. We've got one. Much appreciated. Sending much love.
Love you, Tracy.
Love you lots. Like jelly tots. So I'm now going to take one of the designs. Now you get two designs that are going to be with the panel here. Now, when we've talked about earlier on today with the big scene cards, cutting in your card or cutting out, these are the same. So I'm going for the little dots here. Now you can cut into your little favour box, or by using the outline die, you can either create a full coloured panel to go on top, or by using these together, what you're able to do is cut a full panel out. So what we can do is let's trim this one. Now I've already got double-sided adhesive onto the back, and I've already got all of them cut that I need apart from this one. So laying them both together, and at this point, this is when I would say, if you are a bit concerned or worried about using the two dies at the same time, then you can do this cutting separately. But as long as your dies are taped down securely, then you don't have anything to worry about. And this is 310 Centura Pearl. We've got double-sided adhesive on the back and the plastic coating, so therefore I'm going to use my metal plate as well. Gemini Junior, running this one through. So that then is going to give us that die cut. Now of course you could be using your spray, your dotty tape runner, or your wet glue, your tacky glue, but because I've got the adhesive on the back, it means it makes it one whole sticker. So if I peel these off, but then what it'll also do is all these little dots, it makes these into stickers too. So if you wanted to use them for little kiddie charts, or maybe as little accents on the corner of the boxes, you can absolutely do that. So let's pop these bits out here. If you've got your die tool, then you can be using that. But it doesn't actually take long to pop all these out.
Looks quite satisfying
and it's
as
very
well.
therapeutic and satisfying for sure, yeah. So we can then take that one, going to do that one, finish these bits, so I can move them bits out the way. So let's bring in 1, 2, and then 3.
Okay.
So what you can then do is you can either assemble the box and then stick them on, or I do find it a lot easier to assemble the layers of the box side by side with the tabs, and then I attach those decorative panels, and then I'll assemble the full box at once.
Okay.
Just makes it easier.
I see.
I think so anyway, because when we come to create the box, you get a curvature. So sometimes trying to stick the layers on at a curvature can be a little bit more tricky.
Yeah, I see.
But you know, you at home might find it easier another way. But give it a shot and see. And then either your tacky glue or your red liner tape when it comes to construction. I'm going to add this on the side. So if I peel them off here, and then we can place these side by side to create the bonbon box. So let's go side to side. So we're just scoring up to the score line. Then we can come along. We're going to fold that one in side to side here, over onto the tab. So we're matching it up to the edge, pressing. Now that creates the start of your bonbon box.
Ah, yes.
So what we can now do is take our backing off, because it's obviously a sticker and nice and sticky. So layering them on each of the panels. So I'm giving them a good rub just to get the heat going through to stick nice. Then what we're going to do is do the other ones, and then pressing that one on, giving it another wee rub again. And then we're going to do the other two, placing it on. And you know, I've done it really quite, you know, quick, but the harder you go, it's more building up the heat.
Yeah, I see.
So as you if you build up the heat, transfers through and it just makes it stick out more.
I see, yeah, yeah.
So taking off the last one, popping that one on.
And how much pressure are you putting on?
When I'm rubbing it, I wouldn't say overly hard.
No.
But the more I rub it, the more it'll stick onto the base. You know, you don't have to do it, but you know, if you want that to get really sticky, then it's a good way of doing it.
Perfect.
So there's our panels. So then all that we're going to do now is we're going to start to fold. So I'm going to do the first one. So we're going to do the base. Then we can start to cross over all of these panels to create a really nice, secure base. So what I'm going to do for this one, so I'm going to pop adhesive on here. So let's use our tape. So I'm going to pop adhesive onto this one. Go all the way around the edges. Can pop that one over the top. And then once you form it in, we're just lining it up to the edge to make a square. If you want to at this point, also come along with something heavy and press underneath. So that's going to hold it.
Okay.
Then what we can do the same again for our next layer. Make sure you put adhesive on every layer, because that's going to make it so sturdy and robust. So pressing that one on, and then last but not least, the bottom layer that neatens it up over the top. So what I'm going to do again is take a bottle of our collal, it could be anything, any tube, any bottle, press in to really adhere that.
So that'd even be strong enough to hold like a homemade candle or something.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I've done that in the past. The little Yankee candle, well, they used to be called samplers, and now called the votives. Holds them, no problem at all. Yeah, a few wax melts, no problem at all.
Great.
So now that I've already folded and burnished the edges, including the curved, what I'm then going to do is bring these two handle parts together. So I'm going to bring them together, and then I'm going to fold over this next one, which has a little slot into it. So that sits over the top and then pops into place.
Great.
And then if you need to come along and pop them in again, then you can do. Give it a bit of movement, pops open again, just slide it back on. There's two little tabs at each side, and it's like it just locks into place. So locking that one, pulling this one into place, just grabbing a hold of the lid, holding it in, and then it starts to create your little bonbon box that you can see here. And I do have elements to decorate, but instead of die cutting them, let's just assemble the ones I've got cut.
Okay.
You've got little tags in here, you've got little tabs, you've got some florals and leaves and sentiments. So what we can then do is let's bring these ones in to place here. So I've used some turquoise, canary and white Centura pearl, and that's created the layers of our bonbon box. Take some satin ribbon, and all that I'll do, Becky, is just start to assemble this last bit of the bonbon box.
Okay, perfect. Well, whilst you're assembling that, let me read out a few messages. Evelyn is saying, I would not have thought of doing this with reinforcing the score lines. Thank you for showing this.
My absolute pleasure. Yes, sometimes you just need that little bit extra enhancement of the line. Certainly anything that's a curve. So yeah, go for it. Just something that's got a small ball point and you'll be good to go.
Perfect. We've got Marilyn saying, so cute this box is, Craig.
Thank you.
I agree with you on that. Don't forget, this is going towards our demo of the show, which will go towards our demo of the day, which will go towards our demo of the week, which will go towards our demo of the month. Cool. All taking place this evening. We have also got Laura Jane in saying, I have all of the boxes in this set, bar one. They are brilliant for any occasion. And I think I agree with you on that. There is, depending on how you decorate them, will change their whole meaning, won't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. Simply by colour change. You know, say that about card making as well. You could take one specific die and make two cards pretty much exactly the same, but change the colour, and they're going to look completely different.
Definitely.
And that goes the same for these ones.
I'm thinking of the triangular one, of putting like a little, you know, inside a Christmas cracker, you get the pull pops, don't you?
Oh, you do.
You could put something like that in it, so when you open it, it goes pop.
Yeah.
That
Have
could
some
be quite
fun.
Cool.
Have some fun when it comes to it. And that's the thing. Once you've got hold of them, they're yours to play with and, yeah, get creative with.
That's lovely. We have, I used to work for a charity that worked with young carers, and we, around Christmas time, had a memory tree whereby what the young people would do is get things not too dissimilar for this, almost like little paper baubles, and write in it sort of memories of people and memories of the year.
Oh, how lovely.
And then they'd write wishes for what they want for the next year, and then they hang them on the tree. So I could imagine doing something like that with these as well. That could be a really nice little keepsake for people.
That would be really nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, you can do all those sorts of things. Even like little advent calendars at each book. Well, it's not going to be that little. It's going to be quite a sizable advent calendar.
Yeah.
But, you know, you can do that. Use it year after year if you want.
That's great.
And there we go. So there's our little bonbon box.
Oh, that's so cute.
Added a ribbon and a bit of a gem there. And we can see there we've got our bonbon box. Turquoise and Centura white.
Brilliant! Oh, thank you so much for showing us that. I think that's so pretty, isn't it cute? I don't know why, but it makes me think a little bit of Wizard of Oz. You know, it's kind of that feel to it. I don't know why. So, just as a reminder as to what we've got, it was the Favour Box Collection, 35 elements. That was the big one that Craig showed us, but of course we've got the other two boxes as well. Everything you can see in this picture, those are the ones you'll be getting. So Craig demonstrated the very top box, and then you've got the other two as well. Discount deal on those ones, just as a reminder, if you are brand new or you get the 20% off because you're a platinum, you are going to be getting this for just £29.20, which is tiny. So do seize the moment if you fancy it. As well as that, I'm going to bring to you some double-sided dies. And if you are thinking to yourself, Becky, I don't have any double-sided plates, don't worry, I've got you covered. Double-sided dies are just that. They're very unique, they're so individual, and they are doubly designed to cut. So we're bringing to you here the Hexagon Shape Box. These, as you can see in the picture, they look like they're quite shallow, but we've done many a demo on how you can make them deeper, and you can see those ones on our website. So these ones you create in the two different sizes, and you get the tags in there as well that fit beautifully. These ones are fabulous to work with, aren't they, lovely Craig?
They're fun, but they're so quick to actually make really simple or little boxes. that we can see here. So this is actually using 2 of them, and one of them's been stuck onto each other. And then what you've got is you've got the whole box and the lid all done within one pass of your Gemini.
Brilliant.
So there you go. So as I say, that is 2 of them stuck on top of each other.
I love that one. I think those ones will be great for maybe in the larger one you do like a bracelet, and the smaller one a set of earrings to go with it.
Absolutely, yeah.
That could
Good
be really
to be able
nice.
to do that.
So that one is your hexagon. You're getting the 4 elements in there, as I've said, and it is that double-sided die. As well as getting the 2 sets and all of that, you're getting it for half price. I know. So you have the opportunity to seize the moment on that. If you would rather a different shape, these are your rectangles. Now the rectangles themselves a little bit bolder. I think these ones, for the shape of them, you could be looking really nicely for maybe gents creations. I don't know about you, but this definitely isn't just me. For me, when I'm getting my dad a birthday present or a Christmas present, 9 times out of 10 there'll be a tie involved. Something like this with like a necktie would be lovely in one of these boxes. Let's have a little look at Craig, because he's got a wonderful make there with them.
I would do indeed. So these have been built with our Christmas character. So this is the rectangle one, but as you can see also within this one, lid and base, one pass through the Gemini, but then this has got the smaller one as well, all the way through. So you can see such a really good and fun concept. So you can absolutely be creating your apertures and decorating them in whichever way that you so wish, whether it's little gifts, little vouchers, anything like that. But we will be showing you, all going well, before the end of the show as to how you can simply make one of these boxes.
That's great. So this one has got 5 elements in it, because it's the 2 different size boxes, but also it's 3 different size tags. Again, you are looking at half price. And if you're looking at these and going, Bex, I've no idea how I'll make them, there are step-by-step instructions, and you can watch them on our website as well. Not only have I got that shape for you, I've also got your square shape. Now this one's bigger, bolder, because you are going to be able to get 6 different elements within this one, because as you can see, it includes the 3 different size boxes. I'll give you your box sizes that you're going to be looking at: about 6 inches by 6 inches, about 4 inches by 4 inches, and about 2.5 by 2.5. So those are the types of sizes you're looking at. So they go down in increments, and that means that whether you've got a larger gift such as a necklace, or a small gift maybe like a ring, then you can pop them in here. These ones are beautiful, and I love that piece that you're holding there.
Absolutely. Now this could easily be something classed as a canvas if you want to have it looking like that one. As Becky showed you, you've actually got 3 sizes of the boxes, each of them all cut the lid and the base at the same time. But this little square one here in the middle, that is actually one of the tags that also comes within the set. So each shape have got their own double-sided tag. So you've got tags to go with it, or why not use it to decorate the box that you can see here. Decoration with some of our double-sided dies, a little bit of matting and layering. You don't need to do much at all to these ones, because the time's not been spent on making the boxes. The time has been spent on being able to decorate the boxes, because they are so quick to construct. So that's the square one, that's the medium size of the square one.
That's fabulous, and it's £19.99 or £24.99 half price deal. Don't forget, it's the final day of Spend and Save, so if you've not done it yet, all you have to do is put £30, $30, €30 worth in your basket. Check it out, you'll get the £5 off it today, but it is the last day. Not only have we got that shape, our final one for now is the triangular shape. I really like this one because personally I am someone who loves packaging. Packaging for me when I'm making to sell can make or break something in the sense of how I think it looks to the person purchasing it. I myself have not seen that many triangular boxes up for purchase, so this is really nice. It's a bit different. Maybe lovely for neckerchiefs, or maybe if you're like me and you love like hand dyeing your own fabric, you could put maybe some napkins and things in this. I've got to say, I am an absolute watermelon lover, so what you're holding is bringing me smiles.
Do you know something? I love watermelon.
Oh, I
don't like watermelon sweets.
What?
I don't like watermelon
sweets.
Really? Then it's like cherries.
Yeah.
For years, I didn't eat cherries because I didn't like the taste of cherry sweets. And then I actually ate a cherry and realised a cherry tastes nothing like a cherry sweet.
No, I agree with you there. That is true.
But even I've been crafting 15 years or so. I would never attempt to make a triangle box. It's doable. You can do it on our Ultimate Pro and that. I just wouldn't even attempt to do it. So being able to have our triangles to create double-sided lid and box at the same time, you can make it as funky as you want. Again, this one is using the tag that comes included as well. But it's so simple, but how genius is this to create things like that. That could be like a cheese triangle or anything along that line.
Slice of pizza.
Slice of pizza.
Toblerone.
Toblerone.
Loads of things.
Loads of other things.
The green triangle in the Quality Street. Great one, Georgina.
Really good one.
Yeah. Slice of cake.
Cake.
Because you could colour it down the side so it could look like a Vicky sponge or something. Victoria sponge.
Yeah.
There's loads of things you could do with this, isn't there?
Loads.
There is loads, yeah. Anyway, if you do want to get those triangles, in that one you're getting the 3 elements and you're getting them for $17.49 or $22.49, again half price. Because these are double-sided, you are going to want your double-sided plates, and we've got the plates with the bag for you as well. So these cutting plates are quite important with the double-sided ones, well, aren't they?
They are indeed.
Where do you put these in the sandwich, just in case anyone's at home buying these and they've not used them before?
So using these for your double-sided dies, what you're going to do is use your 2 cutting plates and these 2, because you're getting 2 double-sided plates in that pack there. So you use your 2 cutting plates and both of these double-sided plates.
In there together. Perfect. So you have the large size, and that's on your screen right now, and then you're getting the junior cutting side again with that bag, so it keeps it nice and neat. And I will say both bags have the larger centre and then the smaller zip on there, so you can put some of your crafty bits in it too. So now that you have got time, it is time to take a breath and check out those baskets to make sure that you can secure the final few hours of your spend and save. We've got loads more demos on the way. We're going to be chatting more to wonderful Jenny, and we've got vote after vote after vote for our demos. So check out your baskets and we'll see you in about 3.5 minutes.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges, and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95, and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members, who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can get the best deals and shop while you watch during our shows. The best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. So head over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV Home, where you can see all of our shows, plus exclusive offers, and even shop while you watch. Now, if you want to get involved and comment along, you can head on over to our community pages. Come say hello, ask us some questions and chat along live with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even airplay our shows direct onto your big screen or stream us live through YouTube. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day.
Welcome back to Crafters TV. This is Monday Makers and it's wonderful to be with you. My name's Becky. We've got the incredible Craig over there in Crafters Corner and we have got a lovely special guest on with us who we will be chatting to shortly. Loads of you are messaging in, which is just so wonderful to see. Lots of ideas for the boxes we've just done, including Anne saying candy corn for Halloween would be great in the triangular boxes. But I'll be honest, I don't know exactly what candy corn is. Do you know, Craig?
Candy corn.
Candy corn. Orange. I'm being told it's orange, yellow, and white sweets. Oh, I've never seen them. I've never seen them. Laura's in saying, I wish cherries actually tasted as good as cherry flavoured candy. Which do you prefer then?
Say that again?
Which of the cherries do you prefer? You prefer the taste of actual cherries than sweet cherries?
Yeah, I don't like sweet cherries.
Laura's the other way round.
Right.
She's the other way round. Eva says cherry flavour is like cough syrup. Is that what you feel?
I don't know about cough syrup. I just not a fan of the sweets of cherries or watermelon, but love the fresh fruit of them.
Oh, yeah. Karen's saying, oh, I really, really love real cherries. Much better. Yum. So lots of you getting involved with that. As I mentioned before, we have got another person who loads of people have been messaging in about. It is the wonderful Jenny. Hi, Jenny.
Hello.
Jenny, we have had so much love for you. Have you had your eye on social media?
Just a little bit. I've been checking it out on my phone.
It's so lovely. So many people just saying how much they're loving your make, saying, oh, Jenny, they're so professional. Jenny, these are absolutely wonderful and lovely. How does it feel to know that people love your make so much?
I mean, obviously that's wonderful. I just do it because, excuse me, because I love doing it. It's a relaxing thing for me to do, and I just have a great time.
That's so wonderful. Eva B had a question for you. She said, Jenny, did you craft that fabulous necklace you're wearing?
Nope.
No.
No, I sure didn't.
I bet you could.
It's a necklace in my arsenal that I have for my jewelry that I love.
You do have a lot of beautiful jewelry on, I have to say.
Thank you.
I know that you have got so many more makes to show us. Do you mind, just because everyone's talking about it, can we be nosy and see a few more makes?
Absolutely. Well, when I was on the Vintage Diary Craft Along, it got to be really long because the project was pretty intense, so I didn't really get to show anything that I had prepared to make. So
okay.
These are just a few cards that this is one.
Oh, I love the colour palette again, Jenny.
And of course I incorporated the purple because that's my color.
Yes, it's mine as well. That looks fab.
And then the little charm.
Oh, that looks so beautiful.
So there's that one.
That's gorgeous, Jenny. That looks so
this
lovely.
is the one that I actually did on the Craft Along.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh, wow. I think it's safe to say that Jenny's makes have wow factor, right?
Exactly. Big time.
Let's see, there's another part to this one, if I can get it open, being backwards. There we go. It's this way.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's phenomenal.
And then, of course, that opens up.
Oh, wow. Oh, these are the types of things that you can imagine gifting and people will keep forever and ever.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I would hope so.
Yeah, 100%.
This is another one. I love the wax seal.
What is it you like? What do you like about the wax seal?
Just because it's a dimensional element, and I really like dimension when I'm doing something like a special card. And I love the feature of the torn paper on the side with that die. I mean, that's just genius. I just love it.
Yeah, I really like that die as well.
And here's another one that has a little bit of a wow factor. I just used the paper on the front, so I didn't like embellish the front too much except for the charm and the twine. But then when I open it up, it's the pop out.
Oh, wow. Oh my goodness.
I just feel like all we keep saying is wow, but
I actually can't think of any other words because they are just wow. Yeah, they're incredible.
And then here's just the last one from the Vintage Diary. And it's just like a stepper that comes out.
That's wonderful. You've obviously been really inspired by the vintage diary. Is that one of your favourite collections at the moment?
Yeah, and as soon as, because Letters from the Heart came out like shortly after that, and I immediately thought of vintage diary. I'm like, those two are going to go together great.
Yeah. Now, I know that you've been crafting whilst you've been watching us today, Jenny. What have you been making?
Well, I decided, I've had the succulent collection for a while, and I hadn't tried my hand at them yet. So these are not positioned in here the way they're going to be, but so they're kind of loose in there. But I have this little pot, so I thought it would be fun to make some and just, you know, piece them in. So I've, you know, got the swordgrass and I don't know all the rest of the names. Jade, I actually had to look up a video of Sharon herself doing it because I was like, how do I get it to be tall?
Yes. Yeah.
So I watched her do it and it was super easy.
So this is your first time properly of working with those succulents. As it's your first time, how have you found them to make?
Oh, so easy. I mean, I use the red liner tape because that seems to be the best. I didn't want to use wet glue. And I had watched enough demonstrations to see that red liner tape is probably the best bet. So that's why I decided to do that. Because I want to make some of these and put them on my fireplace mantle.
That's just so wonderful. Jenny, honestly, I'm just getting bombarded here with messages. Michelle, wow, Jenny, your makes are incredible. Lisa, Jenny, those are beautiful. Joanne, Jenny, you are just full of great ideas. There's so many people sending you love. And I completely agree.
Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you, not so much a little secret, Jenny. However, you know, some people say, oh gosh, you know, you all know what you're doing and how you're going along. I had to do exactly the same when it came to that jade. I had to go on. I actually very fortunate knowing Sharon Callis and gave her a message and said there was a video on YouTube. So I had to do exactly the same because I thought, how does this one layer up? So yeah, so we all use, you know, the YouTube and all of that as well to learn little things. Sometimes we don't know it all. So that's so good to see. I love seeing what you've created there in the middle of Monday Makers.
Thank you so much.
They really are truly wonderful, Jenny. Thank you so much for showing us those. We're going to be checking in with you again a little bit more soon, if that's all right, Jenny.
Perfectly fine.
We'll catch up with you then. Before that, let's get a little bit more inspo, shall we? Let's have a look at some of the photos you've been sending to us this Monday Makers. We're starting off with Fran. Hi, Fran. I hope you're all good. Oh, Fran. Ooh. Love the colours. And this is the inside of Fran's beautiful make. And it is a pop-up.
Oh, it's my...
Do you know what? No. When you're looking at that, 51st birthday, I've never walked into a shop and seen that number, and that's the great thing about our individual dies, isn't it?
Now, when you come back to me, I'm going to show you a picture. Donald, that's my granddad's name.
Oh, wow.
From my scrapbook page this morning, and therefore that is my middle name, Donald.
Really?
After my granddad, yep.
Craig Donald, that's lovely. Yep. That's a really nice name. Thank you for sending that in, Fran. Michelle's in with us and she's made a thank you card. Oh, that's lovely. I love the colours that she's gone for on this.
Really nice, isn't it?
Yeah,
blues
really pretty.
And navies.
Yeah, that lovely pop-up design again. Thank you for that. Renee is in with us next. Oh, Renee's been enjoying some colouring.
Ooh, farmyard collection, but certainly with the little truck on the front. Is that paper pad part of either Staycation or Best of British, I want to say?
Oh,
so the truck is from the farmyard collection.
I'm not sure about
the pad I want to say is Best of British.
Well, I tell you what, the inside might give you more clues. Check this out. Hey, and we've got that happy birthday on If You Want It. We've got that on the show today. Renee, that is so smile-inducing. That really does make me happy. It also makes me want to go on holiday. Thank you for that, Renee. Rosalind's been making some gift bags with the vintage lace collection. I wonder what you're going to be gifting in those. They're beautiful, aren't they? They look really nice and sturdy as well, which is always good. Absolutely. That's much better than just a boring old bag, isn't it? Thank you for that, Rosalind. I hope you're having a great day. For someone special made by Renee as well. That is so wonderfully intense. I love, oh my gosh, I've just seen the inside of it, Renee.
Look at that.
This is wow factor outside, wow factor inside as well, isn't it? Renee, thank you so much. And in fact, thank you to all of you for sending those in. And thank you for that inspiration, because that's what this is all about. It's the wonderful element that just sort of keeps you all smiling, isn't it? We have got loads more to come, including votes, including chatting more to Jenny. But for now, let me bring to you, before we dive on into a demo, our big Scenes Create a Card selection. Now, this has got 34 individual elements in it, and what you're creating from these are dynamic, and we will be getting into these for a demonstration soon. I nearly hit myself in the face with that. That would have been ridiculous, but not unlike me. So yes, let me bring to you the big scene. So these are the scenes that you're going to be getting. As I've said, we'll mention it more a little bit later on, but you can see the kind of effects that you can get with this. You can cut them out completely because you've got die, or just do an insert cut. As well as that one, we've got this. The lovely Craig did a demo on this one earlier on in the wake-up call, which you can watch back on if you want. Made a lovely card and background. Then you've also got your rustic roses. I love the rambling feel of this, and I also really appreciate that you've got the areas in these ones where you can, of course, make the most of that with different textures, maybe peeping through. Might look quite nice with vellum as well. And last but by no means least, you've got absolutely loads of your banners and your all occasion stamps. So these are the different sizes and shapes that you get of the banners, and you've got wonderful sentiments here that fit in. So some of them are for big events, such as congrats and celebrate and good luck, but some of them are, well, just because and friend, dream, big hugs. They all work beautifully for whatever type of card you would like to make. And for me, I actually love the idea of using, say, something like this one, and then maybe doing a pop-up inside and doing a big 3D card with these. Could be very cool. Loads you can do, loads to inspire you. Today, it is $49.47 or $57.60. But remember, if you've got that 20% off, you're going even lower in price. And don't forget as well with these ones, if you did want to treat yourself and you haven't used it yet, your spend and save, if it's over £30, $30, 30 euros, you'll save a £5. So that is for you today. Craig, I'm with you. Let's get making.
Let's go for it. So I've taken a piece of white smooth stamping card, 7.5 inches by 5.5 inches. And this is the demo that I've rejigged about and redone so that we can incorporate the Gildan flakes again. So you've gone from not seeing the Gildan flakes a lot to seeing them once in Wake Up Call, once in Craft Along, and now once in Monday Makers.
But you can't have too much of a good thing.
Can't have too much, no. So at least we know now that if you ever need any help or inspiration when it comes to Gildan flakes, then Monday, the 31st of May on Crafters TV, you can go back onto YouTube and have a watch. So I have taken the backing of my double-sided adhesive sheets, and then I'm flattening this all out. So we're going to flatten it all. So then that means that one side is going to be sticky with the backing. And what I'm going to do, because I've got this cut to the size that I want, what I'm going to do is use my craft knife, and I'm going to trim away the edge parts here, because we don't need them. I'm just popping them in the bin, but you'd be able to use them elsewhere, maybe coat them with Gildan flakes, maybe glitter, use them as banners or strips.
Lovely.
But for time and speed, I'm just using them as they are. So what we've then done is we've got our little strip here. Let's take that little bit off, here and here. So what I'm then going to do is I'm taking some of it's kind of like an ivory colour from Sarah's Garden Party, not Garden's Sarah Party, and that is 7 by 5 inches. And then what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to bring in the church blessing. And this is, again, this is what I was on about, Becky, where I've cut it to the size that I want.
Yes.
I could have use the outside die,
Yep.
but I very, very rarely use it. I always just cut the card to the size I want, then use the decorative die.
Okay.
But at least you've got the die there, should you need.
Definitely.
So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to, let's layer them up here. These are my own junior plates I'm cutting into, and they are curving ever so slightly. So getting it flat, and then what we can do is run this one through. So what we're going to do, plastic, magnetic, and then top plate. We can run this one through the Gemini. So what we're going to do is we're going to mix up a few layers where we're going to have the gold gilding flakes. And once again, if you didn't see Craft Along that you've seen Wake Up Call, apologies for always using gold gilding flakes. I only plan to do a demo with them once during Wake Up Call, and to the sheer, you know, demand and love of seeing it, that's why I've ended up doing at least one demo in each show using the gilding flakes,
Yes.
which are still in stock. Not on the show, but they're on our website. They're hunky-dories. You can either get an individual tub or you can get all three colours, which is the gold, silver and copper. And then all that I'm going to do now is I'm going to go along with my die brush tool and take all these little bits out. So popping these bits out with my tool, and then all these little bits as well. Some of these bits would be good for paper piecing, Becky. You know, maybe
lovely.
the sky, or
Yes.
maybe the stonework or the roof work of the church.
That'd be lovely.
So you can pick and choose what you're wanting to do. So let's come in and take these last few bits out.
Also, actually, the tiles on the roof, if you were to keep those, I mean, it would be quite time consuming, but I quite like the idea of layering them on top of each other and making like a mermaid tail type look, because they are quite scale-like, aren't they?
They are. They really, really are. So yeah, have a look, have a play, keep it as simplistic as you want, or of course, you know, you can go as far out. This is where, being a beginner, these are brilliant, because what will happen is one pass through the Gemini and you've got a card.
Yes.
We do say Gemini, they're wafer thin, so these will, size dependent of your cardstock you're using, will go through all die cutting machines. So if you're doing like a small A5 card or that, they will go through your junior. So what I've done is taken my die cut out. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to die cut it again in black card. So this layer here, once again, just to reiterate it again, is 7 by 5 inches. My black layer is just shy of 7 by 5 inches,
Okay.
and there's a reason for that. So what we're going to do, bringing in our card, bringing in our die once again, and then what I'll do is die cut this one in black, and then we'll pop all the bits out before we move on to the next bit. Into here.
It's such a good tool, that, for popping them all out, isn't it?
It's a brilliant tool.
Yeah.
It really is a brilliant tool. Gets so many bits out. And what I like to every now and again as well, sometimes, you know, some people will say, when do you replace it? Some people say, oh, you wait till all the bits fall out. No. What you want to do is all of these bristles, 9 times out of 10, Becky, these will always stay in place. But the more you use it, the more they're going to curve in on each other. Yeah. And therefore the bristles aren't going to poke through all the die pieces.
I see.
So if you're feeling as though you're not getting a good release from it, have a look. If a lot of the bristles are kind of curved on top of each other, then that's the time to replace them. You want them to be really straight and prominent so that they're going to pop all the bits out.
Great tip.
So please don't wait until they all fall out, because you will be waiting a long time for that to happen.
I found out what candy corn is. We've had a message in. Candy corn is a type of small triangular candy, typically divided into 3 sections of different colours with a waxy texture and a flavour based on honey, yum, sugar, delish, butter, don't mind if I do, and vanilla. It is a staple candy of the fall season and the Halloween holiday in the United States.
Yeah.
There we go. I think that sounds delicious.
It does. It really, really does. I did have some when I was in New York. It was a couple of years before that when it was in Florida.
Oh, right,
And I bought some then.
Ooh. Did you like it?
Do you know, I can't remember what it tastes like. I just remember really enjoying them.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Because it was one of those, being, as I always say, if I wasn't Scottish, I see myself being American. So whenever I'm in America, I always like to try and stock up on some American sweets or, you know, food.
Yes.
Last time in, May, I want to say May last, was it May last year? April or May last year, when I was so lucky. No. When did we go into lockdown? March. So it must have been February.
March, yeah.
So lucky to go across to HSN with Sarah and the team.
Nice.
And we had a big Target store next to our hotel.
Yeah.
And on the last day, we didn't need to leave till the airport till it was around about 2 o'clock or something.
Okay.
So we had all morning to please ourselves.
Oh.
So I'd gone for a walk and I went to Target and I stocked up on Lucky Charms, those peanut butter biscuit things.
Peanut
I like
butter
peanut butter.
What, Reese's Pieces?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have had them, they're good.
The American version of Jolly Ranchers.
Ooh, delish.
And George wants to know how I got it home.
Yeah, I do feel like there's a story here.
I think there's a story coming in as well. My suitcase.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just had a question in, nothing to do with anything we're talking about, but it's a good one nonetheless.
Go for
Violet, how do you replace the brush head?
Okie dokie. So what you would do is, let me just take all these little bits out here. So popping all these out, popping them out black hard onto our sponge mat isn't great because it's black on black, but we'll get these little bits out. So let's finish these ones. So to change the actual brush, the brush top, the nib is really, really easy. You don't need to do anything whatsoever. So let's take these last ones out and then we can pop these ones out. I think actually off the top of my head, I've had mine maybe about 1.5 years.
Right.
So I've got my original one and I've only used one brush head from the replacement.
The whole, wow, that's great.
So I've still got 2 and that is like 2 brush heads from the replacement part.
So they really do last then?
They do, they really do. And this is the same one that I use day in, day out on Crafters TV. You know, I do have another one at home that I use because I've got my craft bag here and my craft bag at home, so I don't need to bring back and forwards. But yeah, this is the one I'll use day in and day out. This is always at the side of me in my Tiffany bag.
And I don't even guess how many cards you generally make within sort of 1.5 years of having it.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, and even on Crafters TV, if it's not full on cards, sometimes it's just demi-wise, and then what will happen is you use it so many times. So there we go. So last little bits here. So what I'm doing now is, let's take away all these little bits out of the way, and then very quickly, because it literally takes seconds to show you. So all that you would do is with the brush nib, just pull away the edge, just slightly, this top bit. So it's one side works better. So let's just pull this bit out here. Maybe he says, there's one side, there we go, it's this side here.
Yeah, I can see it.
So there's one side that's got a lot of edge into it.
Yeah.
So pulling it up and then just sliding it out into the side.
I get you. And then you switch it back around.
And then, there we go. So you've got, this edge has actually got a little bit more metal than that side.
Yeah.
So you're just prising away one end, and then what we're going to do is put it back, tilt it slightly, and then replace it.
Perfect.
With the additional one.
That's great.
So I think sometimes people think you have to unwind it and change it, but you don't. You just need to prise that end bit, and it's extra tough to allow you to be able to prise it.
Great.
So now what I'm going to do here is let's come on with our, let's go in with our double-sided adhesive sheet. I tell you what I am going to do is on the back of this one, let's bring in my permanent adhesive. I was away to use my dotty tape runner, but just in case there was any little bits of dotty tape that got stuck, because what we're going to do is we're going to spray this on the back here. So we're going to give this a good coating of adhesive. So we'll wait till you're facing me. There we go. So just giving this sharp burst of adhesive.
Lovely.
And this is the permanent one.
Okay.
Giving it a second or two just to grab and sit that there. And then I'm going to overlay this onto the black, but I'm doing a bit of an off shadow effect.
Oh, that looks magical.
So we can then press that onto the top.
That looks great.
Gives us a little bit of a shadow. So now what I can do, now we press that, I'm going to do that once more on the back. No, I don't need to. Don't need to because we're already sticky. So I'm going to peel the backing off here.
I'm so excited to see this.
Peel that one off. And then what we're going to do here, let's pop this one straight over the top. Let's have a little border.
Okay.
Press it down. I'm going to take what was the waist backing, press this one on. So we've got a gorgeous. So Georgina's asking, she's not sure why I do this. So the reason we do it, Georgina, is to press to make sure it's secure on the adhesive. If I do that with my hands are going to stick to the adhesive. And not only does it going to stick, but you're going to get, you know, like, you're going to de-sticky it.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that.
And you can leave your fingerprints
exactly,
mucky.
Yeah. So by using that back bit there, so I'm just making sure, so I've not got any adhesive spray where I don't want it, so that's good. So let's bring in our gilding flakes. And then we can then pick all of this up and we can get this into all of the die cut areas, all in to the nooks and crannies. Get them all the way around. So we're going to be left with a gorgeous ivory church scene. However, we're going to also be left with a really nice, delicate black silhouette effect.
Gorgeous.
So we're going to take the excess off here.
I always get so excited when I'm taking away the gilding flakes.
I do as well.
Because I know you know-ish what it's going to look like, but it does make a massive difference, like the size of the flakes and things.
It does.
So exciting.
It really does. You get that excitement feeling. As you say, it doesn't matter how many times you do it, you have an idea as to how well it's going to look, how fantastic it's going to look, but you still just get that giddy effect.
Yeah, I love it.
It reminds me of heat embossing. Doesn't matter how many times you do that, you just think, wow, every single time.
Yeah.
So scraping off the edges, you do get specific, you know, tool. It's a little scrunchy. It is designed for gilding flakes. We don't have them, but I know you do get them on eBay, Amazon, all your online searches. Hopefully there's still some small independent craft stores opening up that you can always support them as well. See if they've got them. If you don't have one,
you can use other things, can't you?
Yeah, I would suggest not to use the back scourer of a kitchen sponge because that's too scratchy work. So you don't want that. You want something nice and soft. And I have tried it where the backing of our blending foam pads, the black side, that works a treat as well. And then there we go.
That's fab.
I don't want to waste any of that, so that all goes back into my box. So we're then, let's see, it's still got a bit of adhesive. Good for your fingernails. And genuinely, nail technicians use gilding flakes for nails.
Yes, they do.
Absolutely do. And then what we can do is let's trim. I'm going to leave a very slight gold border. So very, very slight. So we're working our way around. What this is then doing is giving us a double border with the gilding flakes. Of course, you don't need to have a gilded flake border if you don't want, but I think why waste it when you've got that gorgeous effect? Look at that.
It's magical.
Isn't that? Now, keeping in mind, I pre-prepped this in between shows. I don't have a finished one, so I really didn't know how it would look having that black kind of like silhouette border all the way around.
Really does.
Looks so well.
Really
so
does.
all that I'm going to do to finish it off, also onto a bit of black.
Perfect.
Onto an ivory card blank that I've made myself using the same colour ivory cardstock from Sarah's Garden Signature.
Okay, yeah.
Press that one on, bringing in our card blank. Now, of course, all that we would do is add a sentiment, but do you know what? You could do that in your own time.
That looks great.
Now look at that.
I love it, Craig. I love it.
That could be gold, that could be silver, or that could be copper.
That is fabulous. Craig, thank you so much. I'm going to ask you to get your demos that you've done for this show, if you may.
Yep.
Whilst you do that, lots of people messaging in, loving this. Pan says, I'm loving these gilding plates as a background. I think I will do it tomorrow. And we've got Tracy saying Craig has gold finger. That's what I was thinking as well. Aisha's in, candy corn and Peeps are my favourite holiday candies. Oh, I've not heard of Peeps either. So we are doing loads of votes tonight. So we're going to start off a little bit sooner with the make of the show. You're going to have less time than normal to vote, so please get them in quick. We're going to say about 4 minutes you're going to have to vote, so because we've got loads to do this evening. First up is demo of the show, and I'm with you, Craig. We've done 3 this show, haven't we?
We have indeed. We have. So demo number 1 was our pop out with love that we made using the pop out die.
Lovely.
Number 2 was our favourite box using the bonbon that we can see here.
Number 2.
And then number 3 is our big scene church blessing with our ivory, black and gold gilding flakes.
Perfect, thank you. So get your votes in. You do that via our social media pages, and you can get us also on the YouTube. You know what I mean. So do get voting. You've got about 4 minutes and then we'll get that in, because we're also doing demo of the day, demo of the week and demo of the month tonight. So do get those ones in. That was with your big scene creator card selection. So if you want to recreate that, grab those ones. You've had loads of you messaging about other things that you can put within your favour boxes. So let's do those now. We've got a selection of favour boxes here for you at a brilliantly discounted deal, because today what you're going to be getting is the big bonbon box with all of the different elements within there, and you're also going to be getting in here the triangular box, and you're going to be able to get the faceted favour box, which is the sort of square diamond shape, if you will. These two, just to let you know, they're good for any of your Geminis, basically apart from the Go. They'll even go in your junior, so they're a lovely size for you to be able to work with. If you are brand new, it's your first order today, or if you're platinum, you are going to be getting this collection for just £29.20. And don't forget, tonight is your final night of the spend and save. So if you haven't used it yet, spend £30 or $30 and you get a £5 off. So well worth making the most of that, because as I say, it ends this evening. We did see the first make that we have been very popular with the pop-out sentiments. These are the ones that you are going to be getting. There's 5 to choose from. Well, no, you don't even have to choose. There's 5 for you to use in this collection. Happy birthdays in there, best wishes, and so much more. You're going to have a lot of fun with those, especially if you want that wow factor. We've also got for you the Centura Pearl. Now, we featured this in Wake Up Call, and I have to say that is such a fantastic deal considering the qualities that you're getting in here. Nice big sizes. You're looking at A4 in size on these ones, 60 sheets of them. And if you've not seen the Centura Pearl, let me just grab one of them, just to show you what we talk about when we're talking about the Centura Pearl. You have got the wonderful effect on both sides that gives you a real shimmer. It's this gorgeous pearlescence that you get within them, and that is front and back, gives you that lovely glitzy finish each time. So you're getting all of those different colours and they all have that shimmer. To be able to get this quality, for that price is brilliant. You've also got your double-sided plates. If you have got double-sided dies or you bought those boxes, that is your price for the larger ones to go through your Gemini, and we've got the junior size as well, just to let you know that you are getting the bag in there too, which has loads of space as well. So we are going to dive on into a demo, and just due to time, once we do get, I've just had it through, winner! I'm going to just let you know which your winner is for Make of the Show.
I think I know what it is.
Go on, have a guess.
I think it's the church scene.
10 points to Gryffindor. Yay, it is! So it was card number 3. So that means we want to vote for our demo of the day. So, should we start with minus number 1, because this was the craft along. So, this was created by Craig. This is our craft along card that we did for you. So, vote this as number 1 for demo of the day, and then I'm with you, Craig, for the second.
You are indeed. Let's go for this one and vote number 2 for our church scene card here with the ivory, the gold, and the black.
So get voting on those ones. Again, we're going to give you about 4 minutes just because we've got a few votes to do tonight. So do get those in the following ways so that we can be inspired. We have got, we have talked about one of the favour boxes already, but we did fancy demoing another one, didn't we, Craig?
We did indeed, so let's do it. This time we're going to use the favour box, the faceted favour box. Now what I'm going to do is these are going to go through your Gemini Mini or of course your Gemini Midi. So we're going to take the die, and what we are going to do is die cut 2 layers. So let's run this one through, and it's normal plate configuration. We can then come along, run that one through here. That's going to then die cut. We're going to do exactly the same within the next layer that we're going to do in a moment.
Perfect.
And then all the lines are done for you. But then what you get is you also get 3 decorative corners and a plain corner. So there is 1 layer done. And then we're going to take our next layer down, taping it down into place, running it through. And they're so fun to make. They're one of those that you think, how do you put them together? And all you need to do is get that one corner to corner right, and it all folds into each other. So it is really, really simple. However, it is one that we've had in the past asked lots of questions about how do you fold it in on itself. So that we're going to show you. So as I say, you've got all of your score lines. So we're going to fold all of them over. I would of course come along and burnish them as well, but for time and speed, let's just fold them. All the little edges, all of the tabs, all scored for you.
It really is a time saver having them all scored for you, isn't it?
It is. It really is. You know, because there's loads of boxes out there that you can then be making on your scoreboards. You know, not just our Ultimate Pro or Scoremaster or anything like that, but it is all about time.
Yes.
All about time. And why would you want to measure and cut and score when you could be doing the fun bits a lot quicker? And that's what it's all about. So within the die set, you get this top panel and the inside die. So what I'm going to do on one of them, I'm going to position this as close to the middle as I can. And I'm using the score lines as a guide. And getting that as what I think is the middle anyway. So let's run that one through again. Actually, tell you what, while we're here, let's take this corner. So this is a corner die and it all cuts out at once. So what I'm going to do is let's use some craft card and we can cut one out. So I've got another 3 already done.
Beautiful.
So there's that one. And then I need to do a circle in our craft card, which is this one here. So we'll cut all of these at the same time. So layering them up. I need to do another couple of layers, so if you've got the original Gemini or even the Pro, you can do them all at the same time. So let's bring in our plates, and run this one through. Popping that one through here.
Okay.
And then it's going to be the case of assembling these ones side by side to what will be the base layer. So let's take them. So this is now our decorative corner. So you've got all of these bits here. Let's pop this little bit out. We're then going to pop this little bit out. We're going to take another piece of scrap, it's not scrap, craft card.
Okay.
This is now a decorative panel, but what I know I do need is this inside die. So that's going to go together. And if you want to then do them separate, like I explained before in the last demo, you absolutely can. But as long as you've got them secure down, nice and securely, you don't know this at home, but they're all taking the mick out of my gold thumb here.
I've not said anything. I've been thinking it looks brilliant, but I haven't said anything.
Yeah, okay, taking the mick is a bit harsh. They were, yes, commenting.
Craig, do you mind if I pause you for a moment, just due to time?
You do that, because all that I'm going to do is run these two in some ivory cardstock. And
Brilliant.
That's it, so you carry on.
Fabulous. So we're finding out what won demo of the day, and the winner. What do you think it was, Craig?
The church.
Correct. The church has won demo of the day. So that
I'm so chuffed at that.
Yeah.
I loved my, I genuinely am, Georgina. I love the craft along, but I love the look. And do you know something? This goes to show as well, right? When people at home, when your crafters say about how long it takes or that, right? It took me a long time to prep that craft along. And what was it? Maybe about 40 minutes, Becky, in between shows. Yeah. I got all these bits together, and that's won the card of the show.
Brilliant.
Card of the day.
Brilliant.
I am chuffed up, because it goes to show that even the quickest cards can sometimes be the best cards. So
the amount of time that I have spent, no exaggeration, days upon days making something.
Yes.
And it looks lovely and I like it, and then I go, oh, quick idea. One episode of Coronation Street, half an hour, and I think it's better than what I've made. It happens
100%.
so often.
100%.
Okay, so the reason we've done these votes and the reason I've interrupted, not because I'm being rude, of course, but because we have got the demo of the week to vote for, as well as demo of the month. So just because of the way that the days and weeks have worked, we've got 8 makes for you. So I'm going to show you these, and I want you to make a note of which one's your favourite to get voting. This is from Monday, the 24th of May, and this is number 1. So this one made by Craig, methinks. As well as this one, that is number 1, that's the 24th of May. This is number 2 from the 25th of May. And this one has got that lovely 3D effect with the rosette as well. Then another frame. Bigger than frames this week. 26th of May, so this is number 3. This is another one from Craig, and this one, again, I'll show you all the way around it, is the make from Craig. This one is number 3. Number 4 is from the wonderful The Fish, and this is the Father's Day card that she's created. This one was a craft along with that Z fold for you, so this is number 4. As well as that one, I've got vote for number 5. If you love this one is also by The Fish. This one is using that wonderful Yupo paper and one of my favourite mediums, inking. So yeah, if you love this one, then this one is to vote for number 5. Number 5. Number 6 I've got for you here. This one is from the 29th, made by Craig. This one is from yesterday, which is the 30th. This one was the foiling show with Jan. Love the detail on that. And last but by no means least, this is today's Make the Church. So 1 to 8, take your pick. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, this one, and 1. So do get a vote in on which ones you love. And we're carrying on now with the demo. And with you, Craig.
You are indeed. So all that I've done is I've popped all the little bits out that I've die cut. What I've also done on that triangle, using my tacky glue, I've popped it onto a piece of ivory card. And then what I thought I would do, while Becky was going over the votes, I've started to use red liner tape on the tabs of my little box. So let's finish this one off here. So anything like this, either your tacky glue or of course your red liner tape is going to be best. So we can then come in, let's finish these ones off here. We're then going to add this bit of tape onto this last one. So this one being the lid, because I've got this aperture. So what will happen is that's going to sit nicely on the top, but what I've got is a little bit of vellum here. So that vellum's going to sit just behind it. So what I'm going to do is let's use our tacky glue once again, and I'm going to add that all the way around. And then what I'm going to do, to make it easier, I could either trim down the vellum now, or what I'm doing is I'm going to stick it into place so that we don't see any vellum at the side. And then what I'm going to do is leave that just a second or two for that to dry. And then this one here, you do get a die, Becky, that creates and cuts just the triangle alone.
Yes.
I find it easier just to stick it onto the cardstock I want and then trim around it.
Okay.
But that's personal preference. But you do get that plain shaped triangle if you want it. So there is that one. So I've used the heart decoration. So there is 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So the 2 that I have cut out here, I've stamped into the middle, which gives me that one there. So what we can then do is let's come along, and I'm going to pop my scissors just under the edges of this vellum, underneath this layer. I'm going to trim it all around the edge. Then what we can do for this one, let's go in, once again, let's use our tacky glue to hold this into the lid. So that one can get placed nicely. To make sure I'm exactly where I need, I'm going to turn that over so I'm following that aperture. Let's straighten that again, hold that for a second. Then I'll use my tape for this one for time and speed. So we're going to pop these in each of those triangles. So we're going to follow all of them all the way around, popping all 4 on, decorating it. But as I say, this is the heart one, but you get another 2 designs if you want to use them instead. Or, you know, you could do a couple with the hearts, a couple with the other shapes.
Oh, that's nice
Tell
idea.
it to yourself,
Yeah.
mixing and matching. So we're popping this one on here. Then this is one of the crucial bits that get asked quite a lot about how to assemble it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my red liner tape off, and I'm going to take it off all of them. If you want to do 1 at a time or 2 at a time, that's up to yourself.
Okay.
But if I take all these off here, bringing in the base. So what we're going to do here is, let's focus on this tab here. We're going to cross that one over onto this tab here. So you can see how it's on like a diagonal parallel. So pop it side by side. So we're focusing on this one, side by side, and then pull it down 1.
Okay.
And then attach these 2 together. So fold the tabs in, and we're going to attach that one side by side. Then what we're going to do is we are going to fold in each of these tabs. There's only one way you can go, and that's inwards, and the box will guide you around.
Ah, you can see it's taking you there, isn't it?
It's taking you. You cannot attach each tab onto any other area other than the one it's guiding you to.
Great.
Following all the way around, tucking in. So let's work this way. I do find the red liner tape easier for something like this than I do the tacky glue. So let's pop that one into here. Now I'm sealing the full lot here. However, what you could do is you could leave one of these areas or one of this corner free, and you can pop something in the box.
Lovely. Or
what you could do is one of these edges here, keep free, maybe use Velcro or something to stick them down.
Lovely idea.
And then you've got a little workable gift box. But tuck these ones in here, bringing it in.
Ta-da!
And then I like to press there and press here. And then we've got our lovely little decorative faceted box.
That
you can
is
come along
stunning.
with your sentiment into the middle.
Job's a good one.
And job's a good one.
Thank you so much, Craig.
You're
we
welcome.
have had our vote through for demo of the week, and the winner is the foiling by Jan. Congratulations. Now we are going to do a really quick vote for demo of the month, so keep your peepers peeled, because I'm starting with number 1. This is make number 1, the mixed media make for you. I have got make number 2 from Debbie with a Y. That is make number 2. I've got demo number 3 here for you. This is by the Sarah Monday launch day. I've also got number 4 for you, which is the week after, which was Sarah again. And then this week's one is from is the butterfly. So that one is number 5, because obviously it's a longer month that we've had. So just as a reminder, 5, 4, 3, 2, or 1. Get your votes in.
Sorry, wrong thing.
Get your votes in now, and we'll be announcing the winner of that in about 4-ish minutes. For now, though, not just that inspiration, but mega inspiration we've had from the gorgeous Jenny tonight. Jenny, hi again.
Hello.
You have inspired us so much, and we've had some marvellous, marvellous messages for you. How have you been finding crafting whilst watching?
Oh, this has been a dream, because normally I have to kind of catch it on the fly, because I still have, housework and things to tend to. But here, this was my time, and I didn't have to tend to anybody but myself.
That's wonderful. And what have you been? How are the succulents coming along?
They're good. I just have to, they look like they did the last time. I just have to position them. I think I'm going to stick something else in there, because I just stuffed something down there to hold them. But I'm going to play with them a little bit. I might ink some edges to give them more depth.
Lovely.
And then I might actually roll up a couple more to fit in there. But I'm happy with it so far.
I think they are just wonderful. And Jenny, honestly, I could stand here and chat to you and nosy at more of your makes for ages. We would love it if you did fancy joining us for a craft along one time. Would you be up for that?
Actually, I'm going to be back on the 12th.
Oh, perfect. Fabulous.
Sentiments.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, I'm really looking forward to that, Jenny. Thank you.
Excited.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been wonderful. And thank you for showing all of your makes.
Thank you so much.
What are you up to with the rest of your day?
Oh, we're probably going to have a cookout, being Memorial Day. We're going to spend some time with grandkids and just be with family.
Oh, well, Jenny, that sounds wonderful. Thank you once again, and really do enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jenny.
Tune in for Jenny on the 12th, definitely. And don't forget, if you want to get involved with any of our programmes, then you can get in touch with us if you fancy being a guest. That is always an option. So do keep your peepers peeled, because we love chatting to loads of lovely folks, don't we?
We really do. And I know we're just about to show some pictures, Becky. Can I just say as well, obviously here in the UK, it's been Bank Holiday weekend. It's been Memorial weekend. Thank you so much for everyone that's still tuned in and joined us all day. I said earlier on, wasn't sure what the viewers would be like, because it's, celebration as sort into each side. But boy, you've tuned in and you've joined in and watched me and Becky all day. So thank you so much.
We really genuinely do appreciate it, because quite frankly, if it was just me and Craig just nattering to each other, it'd be a nice day, but it's not the same.
It's not the same.
Not the same.
Not the same.
You make it. Speaking of you making it, let's have a look at what you've been making. We've got a message in from Amanda. Oh, Amanda. That's
I have never
beautiful.
thought of using that die in conjunction with our word border die. See, again,
That's
you guys
so clever.
inspire us as well.
Yeah, that is, I've never thought of that. That's so clever. Look at this next one from Andrea. Wow.
I know a lot. I want to say, is that a Scottish flag at the top? Or is it just a button?
No, it's the button on the Xbox.
Oh, it's not. Well, it could be a Scottish flag. But I love it either way.
It's brilliant, it really is. I've got another one in. This is the inside of it. Oh, happy birthday to your son who's turning 12. That's a beauty. I love that, and I'm sure he will too. I've got a happy 10th birthday grandson one here. Again from Andy. That looks great. I love the balloon background. That looks fabulous.
Good, doesn't it?
Oh, and you've been working with this step of sentiments. That is fun. That raises a smile, doesn't it?
That really does.
This next one is a real project. I've never seen anything quite like this. Hilda, that's sensational. Great bit of mixed media that you've got in there.
Absolutely. That looks as though what Hilda's done is die cut the border at the bottom first and then ran it through our embossing folder with stencils.
Looks brilliant. It really does. And speaking of brilliant, there is just enough time for me to announce the winner of Demo of the Month. Don't forget to get yourself over to that wonderful board to mark it on for us, Craig. I know you've not done this before, so that was my helpful hint. You just put a little love heart next to the winner. The winner of Demo of the Month is the mixed media piece from Jan.
Absolutely 100% well deserved on that one. Isn't it absolutely amazing?
It's a brilliant one. Craig's adding his mark to the board for you, Jan. Oh, that's a good one.
And I've done love you, Jan.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I very rarely see Jan. So I've put, do you know something? Literally 4 minutes ago, I untucked myself, like really smart, untucked myself, and you can see me from waist down.
What? Leaderboard's looking good, isn't it?
Debbie with an Y is 5.
Debbie with an IE.
With an IE is 4. Oh, I've done that. Oh no, it wasn't.
5 as well, yeah.
Sarah's 3. Okay, Leanne and Fiona haven't been on much. I'm lagging a bit. Jan has got 3. Bernie's got 2.
They're brilliant. They really are fantastic. So well done to you, Jan. As always, that was fabulous. And well done to everyone. And thank you very much, everyone, for voting. Craig, it has been a stellar day with you. I bet you've got ages till you're next on.
I've got so long. So you've had me all day today. You don't have me quite all day tomorrow, but what you do have is me back again on Wake Up Call. I'm back 12 PM here in the UK, 7 AM Eastern Time, 4 AM Pacific Time. And the big man himself, Joe, he's back after a good few days rest. So it's going to be fun, lots of creativeness. Thank you so much. I've had a blast today.
Welcome. Thank you all for joining us. It's been wonderful to be with you. I'll be back with you on Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your day, wherever you're doing. Much love from us all.
Bye.